Today, we're reviewing the tapes to find the most confidential stories behind the scenes of Henry Danger. Let's enter the studio and check out the main production rooms for a deep dive into some on-set secrets. Fact number 10. At the start of each day, the cast arrives at the studio lot and heads inside, where they're greeted by a plethora of wall art. Along each corridor are photos of some of the famous Henry Danger scenes captured by the on-set photographer, which means that wherever you turn, there are fond memories to relive.
These are just sort of photos of ourselves from past episodes. That's Charlotte. That's Riel with a pig, with an adorable little pig.
Bonus fact, there's also wall art on display from other Nickelodeon properties like the Thundermans.
I have never seen this before. There's a lot of villains here. Now, this is like the Hall of Nightmares, basically.
Fact number 9. Each cast member has their own personal dressing room. Cooper, as you can see, even has his own exercise equipment to maintain that strong superhero physique.
This is where I work out when we're done shooting or before we shoot, depending on what my schedule is.
But what good is brawn when you also need to work the brains? Fact number 8. When they're not on camera, the cast of Henry Danger are actually in school. There's a dedicated classroom on set, complete with homework and dedicated studio teachers who ensure the cast receives a proper education while performing.
This is the schoolroom. This is where minds are molded. This is so that the stars of the show don't grow up to be dumb.
Yeah, a lot of people think we don't have to do school, but we definitely have to do school, and if we don't do school, we can't do the show, so.
Well, that is, until they're old enough to graduate.
Without doing the studio teacher, it's like 50% less work. Yeah, that just shows you how hard school is.
And what about packing a school lunch? Not required here. Fact number 7. Each day, catered lunch and dinner are provided for the cast and crew with a wide-ranging menu.
It's where we get all our food and snacks, and they give a lot of options for everyone.
You know, you really get a taste for different foods on this set.
My favorite would probably Chinese food day. I really like Chinese food, so all the food days are good.
They have like Fajita Tuesdays or Taco Tuesdays. Fajita Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays.
It's almost like having your own nacho ball where you work.
No.
And speaking of nacho ball,
Happy Fajita Friday, people!
Fact number 6. The world of Henry Danger features tons of food items, some hilarious, others not the most appetizing. But each of these are actually handled by the props department, the same group that handles the various weapons, items, and major set pieces. Each bit of food is carefully prepared and provided to the cast.
But they made sure that they were really clean and were pretty warm too, like they do cook it on the side.
I'll take a floor heater.
Fact number 5. Each scene requires multiple takes, and it would be too much to expect the cast to eat and swallow each bit of food.
I did have to eat quite a bit. I'm trying to add up all the times I took a bite because we often just like took bites in every take.
That's why, between takes, the actors are provided with a spit bucket to spare them the discomfort of ingesting, let's say, a banana in record-breaking time, take after take after take.
If you're eating food in a scene, it could be up to like 40 times, or it could be as little as 10 times. Like, you never really know, so it's kind of a scary thing.
I've got to give major props to the crew members that handle the spit buckets. Get it? Props? No? Well, okay. Fact number 4. Speaking of props, sometimes certain items appear across multiple episodes or even seasons. To keep them available, each one is placed into a prop storage area for easy access.
This is some stuff from episodes past. It's a bunch of old props from the show. There's the Time Jerkers time machine. They hold on to all this stuff, because you never know when they're gonna bring it back.
I tell ya, if you ever get lost on the Henry Danger set, this would be the place to be. Or maybe the food line. Yeah, that's actually the better spot. Fact number 3. Sometimes a certain scene calls for multiple copies of a prop to be made. A great example of this is the giant puzzle in the episode A New Darkness, which was destroyed in a fight scene.
This is one copy of the Jelly Bean Hurricane.
We made a custom tabletop for the Hart family living room, and that way we can easily change them out between takes so we don't take a lot of time away from the time we have with our actors.
It's not puzzling at all to see why that's necessary. Okay, I would say that's my last pun, but I make no promises. Fact number 2. The costume department similarly has to make duplicate costumes for the cast. This is not only due to the vigorous fight scenes, putting a strain on the clothing, but to suit up the stunt doubles as well.
Over here we have Captain Man's suit. We got my suit as well. My gloves, belt, all that good stuff. They actually make a few of them because I have to have them for stunt doubles, me and extra ones, all that.
And finally, fact number 1. When fighting crime, a superhero needs their mask to stay on. Both Captain Man and Kid Danger's masks had to be secured to their faces with a special type of makeup adhesive called spirit gum. This was, unfortunately, much to the chagrin of Jace Norman.
They basically glue this rubber thing to my face. I have like this weird OCD thing about things being on my face. Like, so this mask that they glue on my face, basically the whole time, I have the urge that I have to fight to grip the mask off my face. So I actually really dislike having the mask on my face.
But despite that, the final removal of the mask was certainly an emotional one. So emotional, I'm starting to think this VCR can't handle it. Oh! Well, there's another tape deck lost. And that's all I've got for now. But for more fun videos and deep dives, be sure to subscribe to the Henry Danger channel here on YouTube. We'll catch you next time, only on Nick.